happening. We have the LA fires still going on. We have just in our own personal Embody Pursuit community, we have the reset still going on. We just have a lot. And so it's been a really, really, really busy week. And I want to just get in a really good amount of time with you all and just chit chat and talk and catch up and just go through some of the things that I am going to be doing to just be prepared for this TikTok ban. What up, Hallie? What up, what up, what up? It's been a few days. It has been a crazy, crazy week. We still have the LA fires going on. Let me see. It's like there's an update every 10 minutes. So I want to make sure that I'm giving the most updated, relevant information about the fires. But this whole stream is not going to be about the fires. It's really just going to be about everything in general. There's so much going on, and you would think that 2025 would have started off and it's all like, lighthearted and it feels like glittery and soft and fluffy. And, all of us are going to hit all of our goals and all of that. And it was just like, boom. It was just like, boom. Fully monetized today. Oh, yay. You know what? I meant to, because I have it scheduled in my day to respond. So Kevin DeHart, so I saw your comment on the video and I was going to respond because I usually block out at least 20 minutes of just very highly focused time to just respond. But that is so exciting. Everybody go check out Kevin DeHart. It's a gaming channel, I believe, right? It's some kind of game that you're promoting on your channel. That is super exciting. That is super exciting. So super excited for you. Don't stop. Now the real work starts. Now, so you would think, okay, all this time to finally get monetized. No, it is now is when things get stepped up and it just begins now. So that's super exciting though. Congrats. I know what it's like to grind and grind and grind and grind. And it says world is ending. Boom, 2 moons this year. Oh yeah. Yep. Let's see. Glad to see you're doing well despite what's going on. Yeah. I think all glory to God on that, because I wanted to show you guys this the other day when I was telling you that there was firefighters outside of my window. So I posted it on my story. So this is, and I was just like, this is so weird. I don't know if hold on, my fingerprints are always like this is so weird, but this is like right outside my window. There's 5 or 6 of them. And I was like, what is going on? So look, what I will say is this. The people that can be resilient during this time where we have a president that is going to be, the inauguration is on Monday, okay? We still have the LA fires going on. We still have just general life, every single day something comes up, a really tragic story, a tragic X, Y, and Z, right? TikTok ban, right? There's just so many angles, so many areas. If you can still be resilient in this time period, that's how those are the people that are going to win. Happy to finally catch you live. Ultraviolet Vision. Ooh, I like that name. Ultraviolet Vision. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's see. Oh, we already have the trolley polies. So, okay, I want to give you the latest update on the LA fires really, really quickly. And I want to give you the latest update based on my research, and I want to see what some of you guys are saying, what you guys are finding with the TikTok ban. So right now, basically, the Eaton fire is still going on and the Palisades fire. So basically, if you're not from California, there's 2 really huge fires that are still going on, right? There's several people coming in from Mexico, several firefighters, from Mexico, from, I believe, Canada, from different surrounding states. It's really, really crazy. And then the winds are expected to pick up. There's all these, this is what's crazy. So now that almost 2 weeks has gone by, coming up on 2 weeks, there's all these theories, because what was happening is as one fire would start, another one would pop up, and then another one, and then another one. And then people were getting caught left and right with like blow torches and like full on arsenal gear. And they're like, okay, that's interesting. So, and you guys know I don't usually talk about like conspiracy theories or anything like this, but we have to just kind of bring it up because it kind of ties into like what we talk about a lot here on this channel, which is self-development. And bottom line is something's off. Something's really bizarre. Something's very eerie about what's going on in LA, being that the water reservoir was empty. Okay, so those are, I mean, that's a big deal. It's a reserve. Like, it's for things like this. It's our backup, right? And that was completely empty. People were popping up with blow torches and whole arson materials left and right. Random explosions were happening. When the firefighters went to get the fires out, which is normal, right? Like a normal part of their job is being able to use the fire hydrant to do their job, like do what they have sworn in to do. And then they can't do their job. So then it's like looking like, okay, was it the firefighters? Is it the leadership? Like there's all this blame game going on. So it's just a lot. It's a lot that's going on right now. I'm in Jamaica. We had 2 TikTokers that were, oh my gosh, that were unalived in a span of 2 weeks last year in December. That's, whoa, what happened? That's really, really wild. How are you doing? I'm doing well. How are you? People got kicked out of their insurance just before. Exactly. So people just got kicked out of their insurance. A lot of insurance companies pulled out. By the way, I have heard that State Farm is still going to be funding people that need aid in the fire. So just like type in State Farm funding. Like if anyone happens to pop in my stream, like I'm not a updater. I'm not like a latest news type of channel. But if for some reason someone did tap in right now, I did watch the press conference yesterday with the mayor and all of the officials, and they did say that State Farm is not backing out. So just to throw that out there, I don't know if that's changed by today. Things seem to be changing every single hour with what information is correct, what's not. But if you type in press conference Karen Bass, State Farm, that whole spiel of when she was talking about State Farm not backing out should pop up, and then people should be able to get insured. Now, this is what's crazy. Now, this is all theory. This is like just everybody kind of like speculating and talking and all of that, right? Thank you so much for the compliment. So it's like, it's interesting because insurance companies backed out, okay? But the state doesn't want people leaving the state, right? Because they can't get their house insured. So the state offers kind of like a basic level of insurance, knowing that they don't have the money that they would not be able to cover several homes that are $10-20 million, $20 million in value. So what happened is now, and we saw this with Biden and with Kamala Harris, they did say that they are going to cover 100%. So it's like kind of crazy because California can't cover all those houses, all the insurance, because all these other private insurance companies backed out. And then now California is asking the federal government to help. And so now the federal government is having to take funds. So essentially, me and you all over, if you're in the United States, all of us are contributing to helping indirectly. I mean, it's with our tax dollars, but helping people that are in the fires, right? Or like that are recovering from the fires. So, I mean, it's there for a reason. Like it's supposed to be that way, but it's kind of like, it's just interesting how that is how it's playing out. Like, was that planned? Is there a reason that it's like that? And then if you type in Dave Newsom 15-minute cities in California, he's, as the fires are still going on, he's talking about 15-minute cities being built in Los Angeles, California. So he's like, yeah, it's going to be innovative and it's going to be awesome. And, this is, we got to think about the bright side kind of thing. And it's like, there's literally still people like going through the evacuation process right now, and he's talking about 15-minute cities. So it's just a very odd, bizarre, peculiar time period right now. The energy in California, the energy on the internet. And then what's also interesting is that because of the fires, okay, other industries are booming now. So you have the real estate industry that's booming because people in the fires are now, that could afford it, are now bidding for rental properties around, like right around where the fires happen. There's people that wealthy that they're able to have their $20 million house burnt down and then literally go into a bidding war and, you know, over offer like 4 times the amount of what the rent usually would be, just to be able to get into a space, not having to obviously go to a shelter or live in a hotel. So it's just very interesting kind of seeing how like one area of the economy drops, but then it skyrockets another area. Unfortunately, there's been some landlords taking advantage of that, um, you know, over like jacking up the prices for the rent. So it's just, it's really odd out here. The energy is very, very eerie in LA right now. Um, yeah, it's a very, very eerie, bizarre feeling in LA right now. And but what has been amazing is seeing everybody come out and help. It's been beautiful. Which is insane because rent is already wild. Yeah, it's super insane. It's literally like people are already you like it, unless you have like a job where you are in finance, or you know you're making like 200K or something. Like there's certain, you know, maybe a big YouTuber that's making a like 20-30 thousand dollars a month. You really kind of have to have a roommate, or you have to live way on the outskirts, kind of like I do, to be able to afford the rent. And then they're jacking it up even more, even though there is supposedly like a cap, like you're not allowed to jack it up. But then I guess some landlords are taking advantage of it anyway, thinking that they're going to get away with it, which that is a little sketchy because, or that's risky because they can end up getting sued later once everything kind of calms down. It's really weird. 150K barely is making it these days. Yeah, it's true. It's so true. Let's see. Thanks for 958 subscribers. Please support. Okay, awesome. Let's see. I heard it's up 124%. Yep. After the 2013 flood, Denver market prices skyrocketed. Yep. Let's see. I am from Kurdistan and it's 9:15. Okay. Well, you know, a little bedtime chit chat. So yeah, so it's just really wild out here right now. And what I want to say is that number one, continue to help. If you do want to help and you're from another country or you're from other states, you know, outside of California, just make sure you are donating to a very, very legit cause. And again, if you type in, Karen Bass had a whole press conference on this yesterday that I saw. So just type in Karen Bass press conference, where to donate, and it should come up. Like she out of her own mouth listed off the exact websites of where you can actually donate. The TikTok ban is, so based on my research, let me know what you guys are finding. But based on my research, the TikTok ban is still in effect. Okay, it's still in effect. So as of right now, anything can happen at any hour. But as of right now, the TikTok ban, the Supreme Court is still upholding their decision to ban the app, okay? Now, the Biden administration is saying, we're not going to enforce it. We're on our way out. We're taking our hand off of it. It'll be up to the Trump administration. And then Trump, out of his own mouth, you can Google this, said, we're going to take a look at TikTok. I have a special place in my heart for TikTok, essentially. So it's sounding like, it looks like there's going to be something he's going to try to work out. But the timing is so interesting because he gets sworn in on Monday, but then the TikTok ban is this Sunday. The TikTok ban is this Sunday. So what I'm going to be doing, you know, later on in the stream is just like downloading I started yesterday, but just downloading everything. That's what I want to encourage you all to do, is download all of your information, all of your videos, because we don't know what it's going to look like. Come Sunday, we don't know if the app it's going to disappear from the phone. Supposedly it's not going to disappear. It's just going to be, when you click on it, it'll have like a pop-up that says no access or something like that. I mean, there's all of these different theories, but because this has never happened before, like, we don't know what it's going to look like. So I would definitely say I'll tell you what, you guys, what I'm doing, and I would love to hear what you all are doing. I am going to be downloading all of my content. Okay. Thank you guys for the compliments. So I'm going to be downloading all of my compliments, all of my content. And then I'm going to announce, like, I'm probably going to pop on live on TikTok tomorrow and just say, hey, here's my YouTube, here's my Instagram. If you've been rocking with me for a while, go ahead and make sure to subscribe to my other platforms. If not, it was so beautiful connecting with you over here. And then that's it. Like, if you scroll further down my page, I was kind of anticipating this to happen. So, you know, thank God I'm not like all in on just one area. I am kind of diversified amongst the different platforms. So, you know, I'm over here on TikTok. I mean, over here on YouTube. I'm also on Instagram. I'm on Threads. I'm on Facebook. I use Facebook and Snapchat the least, but Instagram, I use it. That one's more of like my life. So if anyone wants to tap in with my Instagram, you can go to actually, it's down in the description. Every video, you'll always see all my social media handles down in the description. And it's also on my homepage. If you go to my YouTube homepage, you'll see my Instagram link. So if anyone wants to ever tap in with me there. But that's why it's important to have some kind of email list that you are in charge of yourself. So that way, no matter what happens, you always will have a connection to your community. Do you think other people from different countries can access your content, or the account will be disabled? So my opinion is, I'm not sure. You know, technically right now it's still active, right? So because it is a foreign app, it's a foreign app to America. Technically, yeah, there is access to our information. But what's so interesting is that, okay, so there's two things that are going on. There's entities that already have access to our information in the government right now, right? In America. So I guess it's like, we're exposed. If you plug in your data to anything, a website, an app, even if it's legit, technically you are putting yourself at risk for exposure of your personal information. That's just what it is. Like, have you guys ever gotten a letter in the mail and it said, I'm so sorry, we've had a security breach, and we have to inform you that your data has been exposed? That's what can happen. So I think that's why Americans are kind of just like, you know, not every American, but I think some Americans are like, well, my information is already technically exposed when I type it into anything. So, and then what everyone's doing is going to Red Tag. I think it's called Red Tag. So everybody is downloading Red Tag. That's like the newest, and it's a full-on Chinese app. Just join the chat. So may have missed. I'm worried about being distracted with Instagram. Do you think it helps blow up your channel? That's a good question. I'll answer that in a second. Lately, I haven't been binge watching your videos just because I want to grow on this. Yeah, no. I say this all the time, and I'm happy you brought that up as well. My channel, this tribe, I am the steward of this tribe, right? And my purpose for doing this is to help ignite you to go and create your own tribe, to build your own business, for you to make sales, right? Like, that is what I want you to do. And I love hearing that. And I always tell people, hey, come tap, if you see me live, come tap in for a minute or two, say hi, and then give back to building your own platforms, studying, growing, you know, practicing, pop up your own camera and make your own content, right? That's what a lot of us are doing. We get caught up in learning. And really a lot of the learning comes from failing, right? So I love that you said that, because this is not a exalt, and I know you're not saying this, but this is just, I'm saying this in general. This is not like a exalt Ciana channel. Like, oh, like, look, everybody is on the platform for their own reasons. This particular channel is a channel to help you self-develop through the lens of wellness, right? Now, I get it's very kind of like bizarre to me when people kind of like exalt themselves with the channel, because like I feel like it should be a service, right? So again, people have their own reasons. That's not my business, but this is for you to say, hey, look, I'm kind of feeling down today. I'm kind of feeling like I don't have the motivation today. Let me tap in with the Embody Pursuit tribe. Let me tap in with Ciana, just to kind of like, see that I'm not alone on this journey. And then, okay, boom, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, you watch one of my latest videos, and then you're like, okay, boom, I'm ready to go again. That's what this is. Like, I have my own people that I've collected, my own channels that I've collected that are, that help me. Cause this can be a very lonely journey, right? It can be a very, very lonely journey. And so if you don't, because it's like sometimes when you tell your immediate people that you know in real life, like your family, like your spouse, your kids, your immediate family, your extended family, your coworkers, it goes out. But let's just say the closest 50 people to you, you tell them, and maybe one or two are really rocking with you, right? One or two are really, really rocking with you. And it just can feel lonely. And then it's like, even though they're rocking with you, it's not like they understand what you're going through, right? Like the editing, the content, seeing weird comments, seeing the views, and you're like, man, I really thought that was going to hit more. Like there's some good information in there, like what's going on, right? So there is, you have to kind of create your own sphere, right? So if I'm in your sphere, that's great, right? I have my own sphere. So there's like 7 to 10 creators that I rotate watching. And it's really just to see that other people are on this journey with me, right? That I'm not the only one that's like struggling with, this, or struggling with that, or feeling insecure about this, or seeing other people win. I'm like, ooh, if they did it, I can do it, right? Ooh, they finally they finally hit that number or that milestone. Okay, that means I can do it too. What did they do? So that way I can, do it in my version, in my way. So that's what this channel is about. Yep, it is. But I'm used to being a loner. Yes, tap in, tap out, then go back to your own thing. Yep. Cause you know what I did? And then actually that's true. Negativity comes from the closest people. So it says, Gem for short, my job is to ignite you. Reposted this bit later, valuable. Yeah, I mean, that's really what this particular channel. Now, I have created other channels where it's more my personal life. And I know that there's some people that are like interested in my hair, or interested in how I dress, or interested in my workouts. So I've actually broke off and I have other channels that they're just there to like be able to answer those kind of questions, right? I'm not going to have all my just Ciana stuff on here, because this is for you, right? So here's the thing. Now, I want to scroll back up to your original question about Instagram. So it says, just join the chat, so may have missed. I'm worried about being distracted with Instagram. Do you think it helps develop your channel? I personally have not seen any kind of growth that comes from Instagram funneling into my YouTube channel. I have not seen it. Okay? I have not seen it. So like Instagram, the algorithm, the way that it works, from what I've seen, is it's so powerful that it knows how to get it to the right people that are already, they already have a tracked history of the type of content that they like to watch. So when I'm begging my viewers, right? So, okay, let's just say like this. I'm on Instagram. I built up my Instagram just from me being Ciana, right? Like there's no There's no type of, I wasn't adding any value. It was just more of like, hey, follow me. I'm gonna go on this trip. Hey, I'm at the coffee shop today. Hey, I'm going to fitness today. Hey, there's no like, I'm not teaching anything. So then all of a sudden when I'm posting, hey, check out my YouTube channel about how I lost 30 pounds and never gained it back, or check out my channel on how I did this, how I did that. They're like, well, I'm not really interested, right? Like they're like, I just want to see you sometimes when you post about when you go to running camp, when you go on a hike, right? So because it's not the same kind of content and the same, like people are, they're wanting to see short, quick bits of information, maybe 15 seconds to 3 minutes of information on Instagram. So the mindset is different. When they check in on YouTube, they're ready to indulge. They're ready to really like binge, right? They might have some time where they're cleaning their house and they're like, they just want to get deep and just have like a podcast playing in the background while they're doing something and then focusing on something else and really get like potent, deep information. So that's what I personally have experienced. And when I have listened to the gurus, they say the same thing. And I agree with them. I've experienced that too. It's like I used to try to promote my page on my Facebook. And really, if anything, I felt like if it was doing, I was just getting unfollows. Like if I felt like people were like, oh, well, she's kind of like drifting into another area now. She's not really posting, her going to the beach in her bathing suit and all that kind of stuff, right? Like they're like, I don't really care to learn about X, Y, and Z from Ciana. I just want to see when I think she looks cute, right? Which is on me because I was only posting like, it kind of fell into the trap of like, oh, I feel cute today. Let me post a cute picture of myself, right? So then people were just following me because of that. So so with the TikTok ban, what I'm going to be doing is answering your guys' questions while I'm downloading. So, if y'all want to hang out, chit chat, ask questions, I have to download all this information. Um, but I think overall, what this time period of the year is teaching me is that if you can get through adversity, if you can get through dealing with a high emotional time period and still be able to be disciplined, still be able to tap into your creativity, still be able to have some level of emotional intelligence, you will be able to weather anything, right? So yeah, a lot of people's lives have been on hold, and if anything, I'm like, it makes me want to go even be up for the challenge even more of growing my YouTube, growing my business, all of that, because you don't know what's going to happen. There's people that literally, they showed their self with their family celebrating a birthday, and then the very next day the house is burnt down to a crisp. Like they're thinking they're going to wake up, go to work, you know what I mean? Like they're thinking that they're going to just do their normal thing. So it's been a very, very eye-opening time, and it's actually made me just want to like be even more focused. And speaking of focused, I just want to tell you guys what I'm going to be doing this year. And okay, look, I thought I was really, really focused, but now that I'm really zooming out, because this is what I use to keep my life all the way together. I use GoodNotes, which is my personal digital calendar that I use. And this is what I use to keep my life together. These are all my different binders, right? All my different binders. And then when I like click here, it has all my personal, I mean, really, I'm just it's not that personal where I can't like show real quick, but see, this is how I game plan my weeks. This is how I do all my stuff. This is how, if I click on January, this is where I have like all of my to-do lists, and you can like move all this stuff around. So this is what I use. If anyone's interested, by the way, I do sell this calendar, but this is the exact thing that I use to keep my life all the way together. But as I was brain dumping, and I was looking at like my last 3 months, and I was like, I actually waste more time than I thought. And I thought I had it together. But I was like, you know what? I'm still throwing away about a solid accumulated an hour and a half to 2 hours. But it's like it's all in like 5 minutes here, 7 minutes here, 20 minutes here, 30 minutes here, right? Like it's not collectively, but there's like these little moments all throughout the day where I get kind of off track. And part of this journey with trying to build a business, trying to grow, trying to sell my digital products that I believe in, that I know that work, when I am on here and I go to post something about something I feel like will be of service to you, something will pop up, right? A podcast, some kind of new breaking news, whatever the algorithm is showing me, right? Based on what I watch. And then some now algorithms kind of just still tease you with something that even though you don't really look up, they just kind of like throw it at you just to see if it's something that you might be interested in. And then I'll be like, oh, okay, well, before I post this, let me just watch 5 minutes of this. So then the 5 minutes might turn into 8 minutes, right? And then I'm like, okay, let me post this real quick, or let me get on live, right? Then I'll get off live and I'll be like, okay, let me take a break by scrolling. But really, I should not be doing that, right? I should be continuing my productive day, doing something that's going to enhance what I have going, what I'm growing, what I'm building, answering questions, right? Whatever it is, like the list of things that I could be doing. And so I really just did a brain dump, and I was like, I have to pull back on social media. So if anyone wants to follow me on Instagram, it's really going to be just a blog of my life, fun things, here and there, but I won't be responding to anything on Instagram. Now you can tap in with me if you're just like, oh, I kind of want to see what Ciana's up to right now, or oh, what's her story like, right? But I won't be responding to anyone on Instagram anymore. Like that is going to be cut off. So I'll only be responding to people via 2 ways. Here, when I'm live, and this is, well, I guess it's more ways, but basically I'll be responding on YouTube, and then I'll be responding to my business email. So if anyone wants to get a hold of me, or anyone has any questions and it's kind of personal and you don't want to put it in the comments, then you can email me at embodypursuit@gmail.com. embodypursuit@gmail.com. So embodypursuit.com. Babe, it's normal. You can be distracted for an hour. Doing too much can be unhealthy. I think it's more so like what I go back to is the days of no scrolling when it didn't exist. So when I was in college, I was a part of 2 dance teams. I was a professional dancer for an arena football team, and I also did a city hip hop team. I was part of a group in college, like a community service group. I was getting great grades in school. I graduated with honors. I also had a job. So I was doing like 6 things. Okay? It's because there was no scrolling. So I remember the days of no scrolling. So getting distracted is actually unhealthy, in my opinion. In my opinion, and of course there's always nuances and different reasons why you get distracted and all of that. But in my opinion, when I really am sitting and being honest with myself, no, I'm not married. Glory be to God, still waiting for God to bless me with my husband. But I remember the times where there was no scrolling. So when I scroll for 8 minutes here, 7 minutes here, 17 minutes here, 3 minutes here, what it does is it breaks your concentration. So when you're deeply concentrated, right? You're getting more richness out of what you're doing at that time. But if you're only doing 23 minutes, then you break your concentration, then you scroll for 7 minutes, and then you try to you you get back into the brain wave of like the concentration, and then you break it again for 15 minutes. Do you see what I'm saying? Like it's I think actually our concentration is getting weaker. Okay? Thank you. I appreciate the compliment. Hallie says, "Yep, no scrolling, and no handheld distractions." Exactly. You guys, I remember I was getting great grades, okay? And I was like, what did I do to study? Like, what did I do? I would go to the library. I would get into like a little corner. So I would find a quiet corner somewhere. No headphones. I don't like, our phones were like the singular wireless phones with like the buttons that were all one button. It was like 1, 2, 3, but the whole button was connected, right? Like you weren't listening. Like if you were listening to music, you had a Walkman, I believe still. Like you had like a CD player, a portable CD player. So you had to kind of like go out of your way to listen to music. So when I would study, I would find an area in the school quiet, and I would lock in for 3 hours straight. It was quiet. There was no music. There was no piano music, even though piano music is very, very, that it does massage the brain. And I do really well with piano music. Or maybe there might have been some faint music way off in the distance, like from something, right? But for the most part, it was silent. So I'm like, how was I able to get all that done? There was no scrolling. There was no breaks in the concentration. So when I wanted to get something done, I actually got something done, right? How do you know how many times that question has been asked? Not sure what you're referring to. If you could elaborate for me, that'd be awesome. You have to practice mindfulness. Yep, that's what this page is about. It's all about mindfulness. And so I had to be honest and say, you know what? I thought I was doing a great job with my social media, but I can actually scale back even more. So I'm not going to be responding. So if anyone ever tries to reach out to me on Instagram, you're more than welcome to comment. You're more than welcome to DM me. But and sometimes I'll get a chance to read my DMs. Sometimes I won't because I'm more concentrated over here and on TikTok. But now that the TikTok situation is happening, who knows what's going to happen? But I am more concentrated on other platforms of in regard to responding. So that's going to be one thing that I'm cutting out. I invite you to do the same, right? Because it's like there's just too many. It's like you got to respond to comments on Instagram, you got to respond to comments on TikTok, you got to respond to comments on Threads, you got to respond to comments on Facebook. There's not enough physical time. Yep, record your favorite music from a radio onto a cassette. Yes, that's what we did. And then we would just kind of listen to that over and over, and we weren't like our concentration just wasn't being broken. And then I'd have to really study this, but I think that it even takes some time to really fall deeply into concentration. True concentration. Not like a light, faint concentration, like actually deep. Like all these amazing paintings and museums and even music. It's not like they're scrolling and then doing music. It's like they are, how when artists are like, I'm locked in the studio, it's like it's just them in the studio, right? Is it overwhelming for you? I wouldn't say overwhelming. I don't think is the accurate word for me. It was more so like I had to make sure I had to scale back so I can be more potent, because I can handle being on Instagram and Threads, and I can handle it, but the depth isn't as potent as I would want it to be. Let's see. With being spread too thin, so I'm like, let me scale back so I can be a better service, like over here on YouTube, which is more so where my heart is anyway. Even though it sucks that TikTok is getting banned, this is the best time to grow your channel. Thanks for every day. Exactly. And the thing is, we don't know exactly what's going to happen, but I think it's important that, I'm gonna just post something in here really quickly. I think it's important to understand that we should be downloading all of our information anyway. So all my videos, like you guys see these live videos, I actually will go and download right after I'm done with the live, and as soon as it's done uploading, I will download this live and put it in my own personal files, because the same thing could happen. I mean, it's not going to happen with YouTube. It's just not. Google owns YouTube. It's an American company, so we don't have to worry about that level, but there could be another freak situation that pops up where it's like, okay, great, you could be losing all your information. So you always want to make sure you are creating, we are the art, like, right? Like, we are the content. So we should be in control of all that. We can't just rely on an app to like collect all of our information, right? So we want to make sure that we are saving these lives. Don't just delete. If you uploaded a video to YouTube and you're like, okay, cool, I uploaded it to YouTube, I need a free storage, I'm going to delete it. Don't do that. Always download your videos onto like a flash drive or something. That way you always have your stuff, no matter what. How balanced are you? I would say I'm pretty good. I can always be better, but I'm pretty solid. I'm pretty solid. I feel like during this season of my life, I'm very focused. I have like more of a laser focused purpose and drive right now. So like I don't do girls dinners, and I don't party, and because I don't, that wouldn't bring me joy during this stage. I only speak one language, unfortunately, but it wouldn't bring me joy during like to just have like constant like happy hours, and I did have a stage where I did go through that. But during this stage, I'm like, I just want to, how can I get better at being, more impactful? How can I be on live streams more so I can connect? How can I get better at answering questions? Okay, what books can I read? What podcasts can I listen to? Getting closer to God, prayer, meditation, journaling, reading the Bible. Like, that's where I'm at. Like, that brings me joy right now. So you can look at my life and be like, oh, you don't do a lot of social stuff, but that would actually, I just don't care to do social stuff right now. Like, I'm ready to go. Like, I'm ready to like get to a cafe and work, or be at home and work, right? Or get with another group of like-minded individuals, like other influencers or content creators or videographers, and team up and work. Like, that's what I'm into right now. Thank you so much for the compliments on my hair. I appreciate it. Let's see. Ciana, you are on the right path with scaling back. You'll gain more energy for other things that will benefit your personal life. You need to have that well-deserved time. Yep, it's true. And then when I'm more scaled back, when I'm more scaled back, it's like the power that I'm coming at you with is so much more potent and strong. But if I'm like diluted, the way that I'm going to connect with you guys will be diluted. Right? Self-improvement. We did all the fun stuff in our 20s. Yeah, like and I'm not kidding. It's like self-development is fun for me. And I don't know, again, maybe it has to do with the stage of life that I'm in. And when I say stage of life, I don't want to make it seem like I'm old, but like, it's just the season of life that I'm in. I love discovering a new podcast. I love learning about health and wellness. I love on Udemy. I love taking a course on, like, I enjoy taking courses on Udemy, on the Udemy platform, where it's like a lot of PhDs create courses, right? Which, by the way, I'm creating my own course. Everybody should have an ebook. I should have it with me. But you should have an ebook. Every human being, even if you don't want to build a big platform, even if you don't want to build like a following or a tribe, every single human being needs to have an ebook, period. Okay, this is my ebook, right? I have this, it's pinned right here. And I'm creating a course to teach you in one day how to have your own ebook. This is my ebook. So this is exactly how I lost 30 pounds, never gained it back. If you are great at mindfulness, if you are great at mechanics, if you are great at cooking, you should have a cookbook. If you are great at sewing, you should have a sewing book. Like every single human being, in my opinion, it should be normal. Like, you know how everyone has a cell phone, everybody has a toothbrush, everybody has socks. That's what I feel like an ebook guide should be. Like, I'm not even kidding. So when people hit me up and they're like, hey, Ciana, the reason why I created it was because people were hitting me up and they're like, from high school, from college, and they're like, Ciana, how have you been able to maintain, we're all, from my class, I graduated high school in 2004. Okay. So people from that class of 2004 will hit me up and be like, how are you maintaining your physique, right? So it's all in here. And I kept getting asked that question. So anything that you're the go-to for, anything that people come to you because you are the person for it, it should be in an ebook guide, and be ready to oh, you know what, girl? Here's my ebook guide. You could sell it. You could give it away for free if you wanted to, maybe to like your closest people or something. But like, now I have this. So when people ask me, I'm like, everything that I do, I have 4 pillars that I stand on. I've been doing for 10 years. I lost 30 pounds, never gained it back. It's all right here. And you have to actually implement it. Okay. So it's pinned in the comments. If anybody's interested, it's pinned in the comments. Either A, if you need this information, you may not need the information. So don't get it if you don't need it. But if you do want to get it and you're like, okay, well, I want to create my own ebook guide. I want to have my own book, right? You can see the format that I used. Just kind of like get the vibe. I based it on 4 different pillars. Okay. So I'm also going to teach you how to do this. So this is all copywritten, right? So I'm published. It's copywritten. I used Canva. I show you how to use Canva. I show you how to put this behind a paywall. A free website that I use. So I want to teach you in one day how to have your own ebook. Okay. By the end of the course, you'll have your own ebook. So be on the lookout for that. Be like for real. I have a passion for this. Because I'm like, everybody should have an ebook. Like, everybody is knowledgeable in something. Everybody's gone through something and overcome something. Like, why don't you have an ebook? If you have a social media account and you're so obsessed with posting where you're driving to for the day or that you're getting your Starbucks cup, why aren't you posting your ebook? Oh, I don't have an ebook. Why don't you have an ebook? Why? Right? Why don't you have an ebook? So if anyone's interested in seeing either A, my format on how I formatted it, or B, it's very easy to follow. It's like a 40 to 45 page short ebook. And like, I don't know. It's cool to see when sales come in, because I'm like, either A, they're buying it for themselves and they're going to implement, or B, they are like they're inspired to like just get an idea of what an ebook guide looks like, and then get inspired to say, okay, this is not a big deal. If Ciana did this, I could do it. Like, this is not even rocket science. Okay. Let's see. I get it. Makes sense, especially where the world is right now. Everything is overpriced and quality sucks. So yeah, so I'm going to be creating that ebook guide, or I'm sorry, that course very, very soon. So definitely tap in with me. If you are, sorry, I accidentally scrolled. Like I accidentally hit the camera, and like this, there's like another person live right now. And I was just like, whoa, like it just kind of caught me off guard. I was like, wait, whoa, wait. Okay. Shout out to him. I have no idea who that is. And if you are wanting to grow your YouTube channel, if you are in this section, it pops up in the shorts section. So you end up gaining like a lot of like views, a lot of followers. If you're trying to gain subscribers and watch time hours, I would highly suggest to get on live and do this format. Okay. Richie Stark 609. So Make sure to subscribe and be on the lookout for when I do that. It's just one of those things where I'm like, I don't understand. I don't understand why all of us would not be packaging up our information and sharing it with the world. Okay? So there's also a free guide that I have if anyone's interested. We're still doing the reset. We're still doing the, so right now I have my herbal tea right here, and then I also have this caffeine-free Japanese type of like, it's kind of like a decaf coffee, Japanese coffee that I went to this vegan festival, and they were giving out samples. I was like, ooh, this is so good. So I ended up purchasing it. I should have brought it with me. It's in my kitchen right now, but so I'm drinking that as we speak. Let me actually take a sip. Professionally sound. Are you referring to, what are you referring to? Just so I'm make sure I'm clear. So we're still doing that. So if anyone's interested and you want to, okay, you want to lose weight, okay, you want to get rid of your brain fog. Do you have brain fog? Who am I speaking to? Do you have brain fog? Do you feel lethargic? Do you feel like you don't get enough sleep? Do you feel like you sleep even though you're getting 8 hours? It's not like a potent 8 hours, right? Like it's kind of like you're in and out, in and out. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Get down in the description and download my free, it's completely for free, my reset. And what the reset is going to help you with, it's going to help you get rid of your sugar cravings, going to help you get rid of your caffeine. So I'm going extra hard with this because I love to feel really, really like reset going into my birthday. So my birthday is coming up in February. And every year I do this. So all of January, I'll just like get really, really focused, get really disciplined. I get rid of the sugar. I get rid of the honey, even honey. I love honey, but I'm like, okay, let me just take a kind of like doing a fast from very specific things just so I don't make anything like my God in a weird way, right? Like, oh, I can't do anything unless I get honey. I can't do anything unless I get my caffeine. I can't do anything unless I get, X, Y, and Z, right? If anything is like that for you, you might need to do a purge of that thing. Okay? My birthday's February 2nd. So you might want to do a purge of that thing. So that's why I love it. Every time I do it, my skin clears up. I feel like my hair grows a little longer. I feel like my hair, looks a little shinier. I feel like my skin, I just feel like my skin looks more supple. Like, yeah, like when I'm upping the water. I'm doing more coconut water. I'm doing herbal teas. I'm doing, if you guys saw on my my shorts, oh, this is what I just posted on my shorts. It looks kind of wild, but it's my cider. This apple cider, I learned it from my mother, my beautiful mother. This amazing cider that yeah, this is my hair. This amazing cider that I put like a little bit of cayenne pepper in it. Bomb. Let's see. Do I have a shop? So I have my affiliate links all down below, all stuff that I use and have purchased before and swear by. All that is down in the description. My Amazon store, my TikTok shop, all of that. Even if you go to my short section and you look at the tagged videos or the tags on the videos, those are things that I wear. So actually, let me kind of like show you guys for a second some of this stuff. So and also another thing is too, if you're trying to grow your YouTube channel, this should be an incentive for you that you can actually, once you start to build up your YouTube, once you get 10,000 subscribers, and we're going to talk about YouTube growth as well. If anyone has any questions about YouTube growth, this is just a free for all. Like I'm just tapping in and we're talking about all kind of topics on this particular live stream. Usually I have like a very set, strict topic, but this is kind of like we're just talking about it all today. So if you go to my shorts, like for example, I just posted, okay, so a couple things. This is what I've been drinking every day. I know it looks a little wild, but this is what I'm drinking. And it's a very rich, potent drink. So what you do is you steep all kind of citrus, citrus fruits, right? Lemons, key lime, all that, right? With some apples, with clove, with cinnamon. Let's see what else is in it. Ginger. And then I let that sit all day and then even overnight. So I know it looks wild because it's been sitting, so it's all like mushed up. But what people do is they'll actually grind that up in what's in the pot and make it as a jam out of it, and you could put it on bread. But that's my potent drink right there. And then you just put cayenne pepper with it. It's the best detox drink, and your skin's gonna be glowing. So check out go to my shorts and just kind of like scroll through my shorts. And if anyone's also interested, I have a whole playlist on what I eat in general. Can I cook? Full transparency, that's one of my goals this year, is to expand my cooking. I can cook vegan food really well, but I just cook like the same 5 to 7 dishes. So I actually want to, that's on my bucket list for this year, is actually go in and like go take some cooking classes, like vegan plant-based cooking classes, because I just kind of like am cooking the same thing over and over. And I want to just expand. So yes, can I cook? Yes, depends on what you like to eat. I don't cook meat, so I don't cook meat. Now, when I'm married and if my husband ate meat, I would absolutely cook and learn how to create meat, cook meat. I used to cook meat when I was a meat eater. There's no reason for me to cook meat. So all my skills on how to cook meat are gone, but it can easily be reignited. Okay. And during that time of my life, there was other reasons why I was really, really good at cooking meat. And I think it's more fun for me to learn new dishes when I'm cooking for other people. But if I'm cooking for just myself, I like the same 5 to 7 dishes, and like I just stick with that. With your vegan lifestyle, do you get sick less often? I don't remember the last time I've gotten sick. I'm not even kidding. I do not remember the last time I've gotten sick. And here's the thing, you know why? It's because even if I barely get like a sniffle, like if I'm like, oh my, I'm like, oh, my nose is starting to get stuffy. Like during this time of year, like when it's like colder, there's like pollen in the air. It's really windy outside, right? So the LA fires has like the wind quality is really dropped. So if I get like a sniffly situation happening, because I do so much detoxing, like I just showed you, my body just like processes it. Like it just attacks whatever it might be trying to come along. So I feel like my immune system is really high. And then because I'm eating real food most of the time, I'm eating the spinach, I'm sauteing up spinach. I'm always having, my dressings are made up of olive oil, garlic, onion powder, cloves, cumin, sea salt. I might do some cilantro lime in there. Okay. And sometimes I'll grind it up with some avocado and make like a really nice avocado type of dressing. I'll do, I love arugula. I do like a lot of like broths, right? So I'll have that as like a tea at night because I'm doing a lot of herbs, spices, plants, fruits, legumes. All that stuff is grown from the earth, and there's not too many steps that's like stripping all of the nutrients away. I mean, of course, the quality of food has definitely dropped overall in comparison to 100 years ago, but like because I eat like that most of the time, I just feel like I'm eating things that are alive, so it's keeping me alive. Right? So yeah, so this is I'm gonna show you guys right now. So if anyone's interested, you can binge watch. People are always like, Ciana, can you please do a what you eat in a day type of video? And I'm like, I will, but in the meantime, I have this right here for you. So right here, it's called, the playlist is called What Ciana Eats. Okay, so this is all my whole playlist section. Oh, you guys can see my little setup. It's not that serious. It's just literally my phone. Okay, so this is what I eat, or this is my playlist. Okay, and if you just click on What Ciana Eats, my whole playlist will pop up. And it's 79 videos of what I eat. So when you click through, you'll be able to see all the different foods that I eat. So like if I'm on the go, this is the kind of food that I'll eat. And you can just see like the types of drinks that I drink. This is a coconut drink. There is, you know, I talk about how I get in my protein. I talk about when I do this, I'm not doing nothing like this right now. I'm on the reset, but this is what I had in December. I will treat myself here and there. This is like one of the soups that I made. So it's like a garbanzo bean, you know, chickpea type of soup, right? I do a lot, and there's Brussels sprouts. This one is this is another one of my teas, my apple cider teas. Okay. This is all of my like ways that I get in my fiber, all of my so it's, you can see the whole list. And so I update this all the time. And again, when I don't, this is my fast food. So I'll pop into like a Sprouts, a Whole Foods, Lazy Acres. I'll pop into one of those places and I'll go to the salad bar and I will eat there. I will not eat at like a Taco Bell or, you know, even though they have like, I think they have like a vegan burger at McDonald's now. I think I saw it being marketed somewhere. It's a no. Thank you so much for the super chat. So hello, Ciana, I DM'd you a business request on IG. Okay, can you send it to my email? I barely read my DMs on Instagram. Instagram is just more of like my blogged lifestyle. I don't really do a lot of like reading, especially these days where I'm trying to cut back. Okay. So ginger water, yeah. So I put ginger, like a powdered ginger, into my teas. So the teas that were up here. This is my milk that I make, my almond milk that I make on my own. It's literally just purified water or Kangen water, which is like alkaline water, and almonds. Okay. Let me see. Where is it? So like in this tea, where's the tea? So this is again, like this is the kind of stuff that I will have when if I eat out. It's like, this is how I'm eating out. Now, again, I will go in, okay? I will go in on some food, but I just don't go in on food every day. I eat pretty light on a daily basis. I don't know where my, because it's like backwards right now. See, like this is from Whole Foods. This is how I eat when I eat out. Where's, so you guys get what I mean. In one of the ciders that I showed you, that's where I'll have the ginger. And I do love ginger tea with a little bit of honey. Right now, I'm only doing monk fruit and stevia, but because I'm on the reset. But when I do have my teas, I usually do like, I love honey. So yeah, okay. In regard to your super chat, if you want to send me anything, send me something on embodypursuit@gmail.com. That is my business email, embodypursuit@gmail.com. Like those channels eating fast food, loaded fries every day. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I literally either they were born with like an immune system of steel or like a gut intestinal tract of steel, or they feel crazy and they just have a good way of hiding it. I don't know how people eat like that all the time. I thought stevia wasn't healthy. Stevia is actually pretty healthy, based on my research and then how I feel, when I do take it. you have to get the right quality of stevia. That's where the problem lies. So there's so many like because like companies take advantage of vegan or health or plant-based or sugar-free, like they take advantage of that, so they'll water down a good quality stevia. So, but yeah, no, stevia is great. In my opinion, based on my research, based on my personal experience. I'm not a medical professional and I'm not a dietitian, but it's doing me pretty well. I'm going to be heading into the last year of my 30s next month. I'll be in the last year of my 30s, okay? And I feel healthier than ever. I feel I have a ton of energy. You guys see my workout videos. I'm working out um like I'm 22 years old. You know what I mean? I'm working out like I'm 21. Like I'm jumping around. So I really feel like it's because I've cut back on sugar. It doesn't steal from you, you know? Um, I love honey too. And my favorite kind of honey is when you can't see through it. That's real raw honey. So you know like the beautiful colored honey when you can see through it and it's like that beautiful rich golden. The real honey is like you can't see through it. It's like a paste. That's the real deal. It doesn't look as pretty, but it's elite. But again, right now for me, I'm personally doing cutting back on sugar just for the next 30 days. So if you guys want to do that with me, it's not too late. Some of us have been doing it for the last 15, 16 days. It's not too late to join in. It's down in the description. It's free. It's a free download. It's free. Yeah, Manuka honey is so awesome. Here's some more food that's popping up. But yeah, Manuka honey is super awesome. I do a lot of soups. You can do a cheat code by like getting in a lot of a lot of herbs, spices, and vegetables by doing a soup every day. Just one soup, like one of your meals a day, just have it be a soup. You will see you will literally feel different. You'll see a difference in your sleep. You'll see a difference in like your skin suppleness, right? You'll see a difference in your focus, your ability to concentrate because you're not like so worried about food all the time. So definitely, if you want to join the reset, it hasn't been fun. I'm not saying everybody should do this, but I have a feeling that I might not continue to have caffeine for like all of February, or maybe just do it on the weekend because I can tell that I still crave caffeine, which tells me that I was having a little bit too much of it. By the way, RYZE mushroom coffee is what I when I do drink caffeine, I'm always drinking some kind of mushroom coffee. It's like, why not, right? If I'm going to drink coffee all the time, why not get the most bang for my buck and also get benefits from mushrooms as well? So that's down below, but I'm not drinking it for this month because I'm staying away from all caffeine. So everything is decaf, everything is caffeine free. Stress can blow this up all, wait, stress can blow this all up sorry, I'm like getting distracted. Stress can blow this all up for many, but awesome info. Yeah, that's true. Stress is a really, really big indicator. Really, if you're really stressed, it just means you need to take a step back for a second and cut some things out. Sometimes like we are our own demise when it comes to stress. So like I was saying before, I was like, man, like I'm feeling really stretched thin, like what's going on? And I did the brain dump on that calendar that I showed you. And I was like, my concentration is getting broken up too much from social media. So if you guys want to get a hold of me, just comment only on YouTube or just email me at embodypursuit@gmail.com. I live very similar food lifestyle. I stopped eating meat about 7 years ago. I'm 43 and people think I'm in my 20s. Yeah. And this is the thing. Like when you think about it, it's like our cells are like it's like a population living, like we're like a planet and our cells are like human beings that live on us, right? So if we're not giving them all these different wars and battles and all these things to break down, it has more time to clean up other bad cells or, clean out debris, right? So it's like when you don't eat meat, your system isn't like working on overdrive all the time to break things down. So it has time to clear up your skin, produce more collagen. It has more time to get inflammation out of our bodies, right? That's another thing too. If anyone's interested in my ebook guide on how I lost 30 pounds and never gained it back, part of the reason why I think so at the beginning I lost 10 pounds like in like 10 days. Like it was crazy. And that's not normal, but I did it in a healthy way because I think what happened is when I cut out sugar, started drinking clear, good quality water, cut out carbs, like the carbs that just weren't serving me, right? Like donuts, pastries, bread 3 times a day, right? Like when I just cut out all of that, when I was doing certain workouts that I always post, when I was doing intermittent fasting, all these 4 pillars that I live by, it like got rid of inflammation in my body. So it made me drop pounds really quickly. And then of course I had to continue the regimen to then, I didn't lose pounds as rapidly after that, but that's not safe. You shouldn't be losing 10 pounds like a pound a day. But I think the reason why I dropped 10 pounds in 10 days was because my body was able to finally adjust and be like, wow, she's not eating any meat. She's just drinking water. She's not drinking any kind of sugary drinks. She's not having any sugar. She's getting good sleep. She's going in the sauna. It had time to heal. So I just like dropped 10 pounds. I wasn't eating super late anymore. Intermittent fasting had a lot to do with that. Or I would just say like, what intermittent fasting is a term for it, but like when I decided to start eating and when I decided to stop eating for the day, that had a big impact on giving my body a chance to do what it needed to do. Okay. Ciana got getters. What's got getters? Or maybe you meant to say go-getters. Let's see. What's my zodiac sign? Aquarius. Oh, go-getters. Okay. Yep. I mean, we're just out here trying to get it. We're not messing around this year. It's not a joke. Just don't be stressed, my peeps. What I'll add on to that is manage our stress better. Stress ain't going nowhere, you guys. It's part of life. I've never met a human being, like sometimes we casually would say, ooh, I'm stress-free, right? I'm stress-free. Or we might be like, I ain't got no worries, right? You know what I mean? We all have stress, but there's just some days, some seasons that we manage it better. And stress is actually like it's a driving force. It kind of like is what keeps us propelled, like moving forward, right? Let's see. I have not drank a soda since you made that video on how bad it is for you. Yep. Goodbye, Pepsi. It's just, you know what you could do? Like there's different ways to kind of like get that feeling of soda, but not necessarily having the soda. So we live in the best time, you guys, because the amount of recipes on the internet for free are just insane. Like it's just crazy. I saw this this really awesome recipe for like a healthier Gatorade. It was mineral water, like sparkling water, like fizzy water, or like a soda water, lemon, lime, I believe monk fruit. It was like ginger, coconut, and like something else. Like it was this amazing, refreshing concoction. And I just was like, that sounds better than Gatorade. So I'm sure that there's like, if you typed in Pepsi alternative, a really healthy option could come up to kind of get you close to that sensation. Nothing's going to taste like a Coke or a Pepsi, but like it might still give you like that, a little bit of satisfaction. But I'm so happy. Soda's just, soda ruined my mom's 40s. Soda completely, I mean, her 40s were fine, but her health. My mom's health in her 40s was ravished due to soda. She was drinking 3 sodas a day. Crazy. Always feeling like she never had any energy. It literally is a depletion. Every time you drink it, it's a depletion. Soda is ruining my 30s. It's time to make a change. Ciana, I have a question about creating content. Does it matter when you're recording on your phone if it should be faced the selfie direction? It's a good question. So my videos, my most viral video right now that is still trending as we speak, that a lot of you guys probably found me on, was facing me. It was front, I could see myself. Is it visually more aesthetically pleasing? Like when you, if you were to compare two videos next to each other, yeah, the back one is better, period. But I ain't got time for that. Like sometimes I'm like, because when I would film where I can't see myself, sometimes I would like, it would like, I wouldn't realize it, but like the camera would slip a little bit or the angle would be off, or I just wasn't liking the angle that it was hitting on my face. So I was like, how can I do this? So I used to put a mirror behind it so that way I could see myself. And like, then I found that it was draining my energy to get set up. So finally I just was like, you know what? I'm just gonna be okay with a little bit of a drop in quality. It's not that bad, right? Like right now, you know, I'm live, it's facing me. It's not the best quality, but it's decent, right? So I was like, instead of me worrying about if my angle is right, let me just use a front facing camera. And I feel like the iPhone specifically, and my mom has an Android. I've used her phone for content. It's really good. It's like kind of better. The front face camera for through Android, I hate to admit it, but it is better. The quality is better. I actually was debating about buying a phone just to do content on because that's how much better it is. But every time a new generation iPhone comes out, the front face camera does look good. So in my opinion, whatever is going to help you create your content with ease, do that. And I feel like we live in a blessed time to where the camera quality is decent enough to where, you know, the front face camera quality is decent enough to make the content. Now, if you don't mind, like if you turn on your camera on, you press on, oh, you guys, there's been times where I thought I pressed on and I accidentally turned it off as I turned the camera around. And I'm like, are you kidding me? That 30 minutes gone, right? So I just do it forward and just call it a day. You are beautiful. Thank you so much for the compliment. So I hope that answers your question. It's a little bit, I always give nuanced answers because I want to give you like just a real authentic answer. I'm on a stress detox right now. I believe we have to take stress detox. Yes, I totally agree. Totally. Totally. I mean, I think that's what I was doing with the Instagram. I'm like, I can't respond to DMs on Instagram. It's too much. It's thinning out my time. It's just too much. So I feel you. I kind of want a snackaroonie. Yes, or you can make your own Gatorade. Use coconut water, sea salt. That's what it was, sea salt. They put sea salt in it. And the spirulina, yeah, that sounds bomb. And it's tasty. It's like you get all this energy. Are you ex-Indian? I'm not really sure what ex-Indian means. So that is what is going on. Oh, this is like one of the salads that I made. I learned all of this, all these salad making from my mom. She's amazing. Been consistent since December 31st and doing long form lives more this time. Yes, 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 yes. And then you get, this is a secret, you guys. You guys want to know my secret? This is my secret, straight up. Let me get let me get something to drink because, okay, here's my herbal, this is one of my herbal teas. So the lives don't get juicy until about 20 to 30 minutes in, okay? They don't get juicy until about 20 to 30 minutes in. It's just like when you go out to dinner or you're at an event or, you know, you go somewhere and you're in a conversation with people, and then all of a sudden an hour in, the conversation gets really, really good, right? Like really, really good. And but the beginning is like it's like fluffy, right? It's like, hi, how you doing? Da 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 da. So what I do is I will take these lives and I will post clips from these lives. And the reason why I think that they get views, now they don't go viral per se. I have had a couple that do, like, it'll get like randomly like 5,000 views, but it's because I'm posting a clip of the juicy part of this live. I'm not looking awkward, because by the time 30 minutes has gone in, I'm comfortable, I'm relaxed, like I'm like, okay, I'm in my flow, right? I'm not like, okay, are people going to be able to log in? How's my hair looking? Is the lighting okay? Okay, are people coming in? Are people saying things that are rude? Or at the first like 5 minutes, there's all these thoughts going through my mind. Now, 80 minutes in, I'm like, I'm wrapped up in a blanket. Like I literally have a blanket on my feet right now. I'm comfortable. I'm chilling. I'm answering questions. I'm relaxed. So it comes across on camera, right? Like it comes across in the video. So when I post this later, I might take 8 minutes of answering that question and post just this part and say, this is what I do, right? Like how to look comfortable on camera, or here's my number one secret on how I look comfortable on camera. And then that's me answering the question. But it's because I'm posting a clip of when I actually really was comfortable. Now, sometimes people can post content, but they're looking stiff. Even me, like I still am looking stiff in some of my content. There's just something about going live that eventually calms you down. When you do a video, a regular video, and you're just staring at the lens, there's something about it that can like steal from your energy. Like the overthinking just starts flooding in. So that's why I love doing live content over a video. Even though I still stutter, I still will lose my train of thought for a second or two here and there. I'll get sidetracked. But like there's just like this humanness that happens, me knowing that I'm actually talking to real people and not just like a lens and I'm making it for people in the future. Yes, the lives become like regular conversation. Exactly. Exactly. Can I have your number? This is where people contact me. You can tap in with this, with my handle. You have my handle. So all day I'm going to have to download all my TikToks. I just want to be safe. And you guys, I have like so many TikToks that I've created, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. So I'm going to be downloading all day. All day. You know what I might do, guys? So full transparency, I'm going to see how this works, but I might just go live and probably not really talk, because I'll probably casually be talking, but I won't be like where I'm really going in on answering questions. If I happen to glance up or something, but I think I'm gonna I'm trying to figure out how I can maximize having to download all this content. See, that's why we block immediately whenever. Oh yeah, I have a zero tolerance policy. So I love it. When Patrick and Hallie go in, I love it. I have a zero tolerance policy. Like, there's no way I would let a human being come up to me and say something rude for 2 seconds. So why would I allow it on a live? Like I'm not like, oh, well, let me kind of water down my standards for myself on a live. This is the Embody Pursuit corner of the internet, right? So there's so many different platforms where you can go in. People are battling each other. People are saying the rudest things on the planet to each other. There's platforms for that. My platform is it's kind of like a break from that. That's what my platform is. It's a break from all the catastrophe going on. It's like a, whew, let's breathe. Okay, let's regroup. Let's do a 5-minute break. Let's breathe, right? So that's what Embody Pursuit is all about. The tribe is all about. So it's not like a fun channel where you see people battling the trolls. Those are interesting, but that's not this kind of channel. So if I see something, you depending on my mood, you might get a funny little comeback or something. But like when I see Patrick deleting people, I love it. Like I don't have any time for it. So that's how I get down over here. And I suggest it for you too. It's not good for your mental health. Like sometimes I don't know why we feel like we have to leave the comments. If there's a comment on there that offends you, delete. Delete, 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 and block. And the fact that they even had the audacity to comment something like that is like it's do you really want people like that on your page in general? Because there was a couple people that are like, Ciana, Patrick is going too hard, right? Like during the live stream, they're like, well, it can ruin your channel. First of all, no, it's not. Second of all, I don't even want that energy on my channel. Like those are not the kind of people. So if I don't get exposure to more people, because there's so many people getting blocked because they're saying rude, vicious, disgusting things, or just like even slightly rude. Now, a disagreement is something different, right? Or a difference of opinion that's not what I'm talking about. But when it's like, oh, shut your mouth and shake your titties, like I don't have to endure that. So you're getting blocked. I don't even want you on my channel. I don't even need your views. I don't need your eyeballs to pay me because you're viewing my channel. I don't want the energy over here. So that's how we get down. And I feel like because I have a no tolerance policy, I feel like my mental health with this journey is actually pretty strong because I'm just not willing to engage on a deep level. Let's see. That's exactly why it's refreshing to hear. Right when they see others troll, they all want to troll. Exactly. I can do something with that concoction. That's lost in low vibrations. Yep. So true, Matt. This is not that channel. They'll find their tribe. Yeah. Like they might want to find it. Like, what's really good for that is the reaction channels where like they want it because they want the algorithm to keep pushing out the information. So they like when people are saying the most disgusting, mean, weird things because people are just going like they're scratching and clawing at each other and punching each other in the comments. That's the energy that those pages want, but they're getting paid a lot from AdSense, right? Like their page is blowing up because of it. That's their journey. Over here, we like to regroup. We like to do self-development. We like to chit chat. We like to exchange ideas. We like to do the free reset. If you want to download it, it's free. We want to like get rid of our sugar. Like we're talking about getting our workout in. We're talking about what our goals are. Like this is I can breathe kind of channel. Can ban certain words from appearing in YouTube setting. So the tit comment, yeah, I need to actually put that in there. I need to put that in there. I actually do have that turned on and I did not think about putting tit in there, but now I'm going to have to. So thank you for reminding me about that. Boundaries are good. Yep. Yeah, that's right, Ciana. Day ones know. We have morals and integrity. We're growing no matter what. Exactly. It's slow and it's solid and it's robust. Like, this is a very, like, the channel has depth to it. It's not like a fluffy, let's all say the most disgusting sexual things to just see who can be more gross. That has a place over there. Over here, whoever wants to tap in and get some knowledge, get some inspiration, get some motivation, be able to vent about what they're going through, feeling like they're not alone. That's what we do over here. And those things don't go viral. It's not the most interesting content, but it's powerful for the people that need the content during a certain season, right? So I invite you, if you have not subscribed and if you've been watching the stream for a while and that's the kind of community that you want to be a part of, tap in and make sure to subscribe, because that's what we're doing over here, you know? As soon as I came into the chat, that rude comment hit me. I was like, well, yeah. And then it just throws the vibe off, right? It's like, and then again, depending on my mood, and then even though I'm pretty solid, I'm definitely not like at 100, but I'm pretty solid with being able to regroup myself and like get back on like whatever topic I wanted to talk about. You know, it's just not good to keep building that up for my own mental health, right? Like, it's, even though I can like dodge a bunch of trolls for a while, it still can build up. So it's good to just have a no tolerance policy. You're interesting. That's what makes this content intriguing. Thank you. You know, so, oh wow, they're honking out there. So yeah, guys, it just feels very eerie outside. I'm just looking out my window. It just feels eerie. Ciana, how long did you post daily, or do you still do? Not sure. How long do you post? So I'll go through spurts. So I'll like right now I was doing daily lives, and then kind of like the last 2 weeks I've been kind of like focusing on some other things. But what I'll say for you is post every day. So every day on my channel, whether it's a community tab, a shorts tab or shorts video, a regular video, long form video, a live replay video, I utilize every format, and you'll always see something updated because I use the scheduling feature. So even if there's a day where I'm like, ooh, I'm jam-packed today, I always have at minimum a shorts video. So let me actually show you. So right now, as we speak, even if I don't go, like even if I don't click the app at all and open it at all, these videos will eventually pop up for you guys. So these are all scheduled videos. See how it has that little bar right here, says scheduled. So I cannot even log into the app, and you know, so that way I'm always covered no matter what. So from that standpoint, yeah, I use batch record as well. Perfect. I think that's the true ticket. I think that that's kind of like the maturing aspect of the content creation. I think a lot of people feel like they have to get dressed, get ready, and post a new video and edit it all in the same day every day. It's just not realistic. You can maybe try to do that for the first 2 weeks. You will eventually burn out. I don't know anyone that has said any different from that. So I will do like 3 days of like a lot of content, and then I'll schedule all of it. And then now the live videos, I love going live. Like it's enjoyable for me. It's like going to Disneyland or something. I don't know. It's fun for me to go live. So I don't ever schedule lives, but just in case I don't go live, I always have something that is new on my page. Yeah, definitely not realistic. Yeah, community tab to do polls so you can understand what your viewers like. Yep, exactly. It's a powerful way to connect, and it just shows that you care, right? It shows that you care. It shows that you're like, okay, well, you know, I respect that you are coming to my channel and you are spending time in your life when you could be doing something else to actually look at my channel. So what can I do to serve you, right? What can I do to make sure that when you walk away from my channel, you have either become a better person, you are feeling motivated, you are feeling expanded, you are feeling more high vibrational, you are closer to God, you feel like you want to go work out. Like that's kind of like my goal. I want people to be 1% in the better direction in whatever arena that you're trying to do. I'm in TZ, but majority of my viewers are in the US. Where's TZ? Where is that? Of my viewers in the US, that's 8-hour difference. I actually enjoy lives, but the timing, okay. Tanzania. Oh, wow. Oh, that's so cool. Wow. So right now you're in Tanzania. That is just so cool that we can do this. Yeah, you do. Yeah, Patrick, you knew about that one animal that like sits on the back of rhinoceroses' backs. Like what was that animal called again? I don't remember, but yeah, you do. You know what you'd be really good on, Patrick, is Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Because those people are just really knowledgeable about the most random things. You'd probably do really, really well on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Wow. Tanzania. I mean, that's why I feel like everybody needs a YouTube, because like there has never been a time in history that we can have conversations across planet Earth. Right now, across planet Earth. I used to watch Jeopardy. Oh my gosh, I used to love Jeopardy. I used to love Jeopardy. Yes, yes, the visit then relocation was the beginning of my YouTube life, but I kind of don't want to focus only on that anymore. Okay. Can you do split screen live streaming with the mod? Oh, I have no idea what that is. I have to research that. Split screen live. I've seen the split screen. Is that where like it's kind of like long way and then they on the bottom it shows like this vertical way. So it's like horizontal and vertical. Is that what you're talking about with the split screen? With the mods, ECT. I don't know what ECT is. So you guys are putting me on. I have no idea what that is. Oh yeah, the capybara is the animal. Okay. Yeah, that was I still don't understand how they sit on things and the animals let them sit on them. I just don't understand. Based on your YouTube analytics, you can see the time your viewers mostly watch so you can stream within those times. Yep. Now for me, I never look at that. Even though that's important, the reason why is because when I used to, because it's like it'll show, it's like that purple section and it'll show you like if it's lighter purple, your viewers aren't really on there. When it gets darker purple, it's like when they're mostly on there. I am being led by the spirit. So if I have something on my heart, I'm like, I gotta go live right now. And if nobody's on live, like I've been on live at 9 p.m. at night, that's like not a good time for me to go live. But for my heart and for the information to come off strong, if I feel motivated and inspired to talk about it, it might not be the live that gets the attention, but it might be the replay because they can feel the passion because I went live when it was potent. Screen record and record. Okay, screen record and camera record with edit can make 2 screens. Yeah, that's true. Yep. Oh, okay. Is that what he was talking about? I thought it was like like a plugin. Live streaming with mods. I thought ETC was like a new software or something. Okay, my first live was 1 viewer, but from what they said touched me. Yep. Yep. Patrick remembers when it was just like me and him and 2 other people, me and him and 3 other people. Like, you know, the purpose of the live really, the number one purpose is to connect. And then there is other benefits that come with going live, but initially your actual reason for going live should be to connect, for people to just see that you're a real human, for people to like, I'll be honest, I didn't know this then. I didn't know this a year ago. I know this now just from going live so much that my hair is dry now, so it's like doing the big hair thing now. But some people, not all of you guys, but some of you all that are in the Embody Pursuit tribe just like all of my content. The reason why is because they feel like they know me. Like we've created a virtual relationship, right? A virtual friendship. So they're like, Ciana's talking about YouTube growth. I don't even want a YouTube YouTube, but I still want to watch just because I like seeing what you're talking about. Some people are like, I like when you post about fitness. I don't care to know what you're doing for fitness, but it's just cool to see like, you know what I'm saying? It's like they don't care what I'm posting because they found me on live or because um I'm just interesting to them. So we all have that relationship. Like you guys all have that too, right? There's going to be some people that only found you one time and only need that one video and will never be back to your channel. There's going to be some people that love that you have a series going on, and once that series is over, they'll never come back to your channel. There's some people that only want to see my fitness content, right? There's some people that only want to see my YouTube growth content, right? So what I love about going live is that you start to get to know people and they rock with you just because you're you, right? And you know, and at some point in the live, they're gonna catch some kind of value, right? So that's why I really do like the lives. I think it's cool to connect with people, not just for one reason. Like if you notice, we kind of done a whole spectrum of topics. Like we're talking about veganism, and then we went to plant-based, and then we went to YouTube growth, and then we're talking about the TikTok ban, and then we're talking about the LA fires, then we're talking about my hair, and then we're talking, I like the live ecosystem. Like, I don't know if that's the right word, but I just like the live experience because of that. Facts, but we're here because we feel the genuine atmosphere. Okay, there we go. The atmosphere. It's the atmospheric vibe that people are tapped into. So when you go live, even though it might feel like I'm only one person is coming on, I guarantee on the replay, you might, if you like kind of chopped it up a little bit, downloaded the replay, chopped it up a little bit, put it in your live form video, you might get more views because you might sound more comfortable when you're speaking because you're actually talking to a real person. Imagine a day when you'll be able to see multiple people on your live stream on your big screen. Oh yeah. I think right now, I think YouTube can do that. At least with one other person. I know on Instagram, I've seen like 4 people on live at one time. I feel the motivation. I'm thinking about starting a YouTube channel. People keep telling me I should start one based on my personality. Okay. S. Mendoza, I wish if I could go back in time, I'm happy with my journey, but if I had that option, I would have started my YouTube channel when everybody told me that 13 years ago. 13 years ago. And I did not hop on that opportunity until 9 years later. Yeah. 9 years later. So if people are like, oh my God, like just kind of how I told Patrick, like, you sound like you'd be really good at Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Like if people are telling you that, I feel like, in my opinion, I feel like those are signs from God, especially when you hear it from multiple different like random places, like, okay, maybe from your friends, maybe from your coworkers, maybe from a stranger. It's like, oh, do you have a YouTube channel? Or you seem like you would have a YouTube channel. That's your answer. That's your answer. So people been told me I should have had a YouTube channel. I mean, I probably would honestly be at 1 million subscribers after having a YouTube channel for 13 years at this point. It wasn't meant for me, for my journey to do that. It was meant for me to go through that to tell you not to do it. But time is just slipping. Time is slipping into the future. Like Seal always says, time keeps on slipping into the future. Like for real. I should have started it 13 years ago. So it's your time. Definitely God talking through others. Yep. Especially when like they're saying, oh, you should have a YouTube channel. It's because you are making an impact. So don't overthink it. You already got the juice. You already got the sauce. You already have what it takes because people are telling you like, hey, you are somebody that I would watch. on YouTube. Time waits for no one, MJ. Yep. It really doesn't. And time doesn't wait for anyone, and neither does like our health. Like, yeah. Seal, one of my favorite artists from my childhood. Oh, I love Seal, especially on Space Jam when that one song. Yeah, I think it was the song that I just sang. I use it. That's how I think I discovered that song was through Space Jam. But yeah, like when you're not healthy, which is why I love TikTok, because TikTok, it really gives a space for people that are going through cancer, going through like some kind of like really vicious like disease. They share their journey, but when you don't feel good in your body, so you got to take advantage of the time and the fact that you have your health. Like, have you ever been sick or like have a bad fever or like the flu and you're like, I don't feel like getting out of bed. I don't want to do anything. Like, there's people that go through that all the time. So if you woke up this morning, you're healthy, there's no reason to just not press the on button. Like, seriously. Started a YouTube channel last year, posted maybe 6 videos and burned out. Interesting. What made you burn out after 6 videos? Like, can you elaborate for me? That's really interesting. Only 6? Because usually people burn out like from doing like maybe 50 videos and up, but I haven't heard about 6 videos. I'm interested to know why. What motivated you to finally get started on YouTube? My grandma, seeing my grandma die, like dying. I just was like, she was an artist and she had all these dreams and she would always talk about these things that she wanted to do. And then by the time she actually had time to do it, which is when she retired from working for many years at 65, she just sat and didn't do any of her art. And then she ultimately died in her room with all of her half done art around her. Actually, there's a lot of pieces that she finished, but she always wanted to sell it and share it with the world. And I just was like, you know what? I'm going to go down that same road. Like, I'm just going down the same path of like the hopes and the dreams and not bringing it to life. That's why this page is called Embody Pursuit. We don't want to leave it up here. We want to embody it. So meaning people can actually see it on us. It's not sitting out in the dream realm. It's not sitting out in the desire realm. It's not sitting out in I wish, woulda, coulda, shoulda realm. It's not sitting out in the bucket list realm, right? We want to embody it. We want to become it. Embody literally means to bring something from the supernatural into the natural, right? Like into the physical. So that's why this page is called Embody Pursuit. We're in pursuit of embodiment, whatever it is whatever that embodiment is for you, right? So that's what motivated me. I just was like, even though I don't feel pretty today, even though my face got broke out, right? Even though my hair I don't feel like my hair looks cute. It's poofy. Even though I feel like I don't have much to talk about, even though I feel like I have a terrible case of imposter syndrome. I'm not a professional nutritionist. I'm not a professional fitness coach. I'm not, I don't have a degree, right? So I'm like, well, I want to talk about health and fitness and wellness, but I'm not like I don't have a wellness degree. I don't have a wellness certification. Then I just was like, Ciana, shut up. Like, I just was like, I'm done. I was done with myself. I was just done. I was frustrated. So I just started. I literally got on when I did not, I did it when I felt like not confident on purpose to just like rip the Band-Aid off. So I did it. That's why I started going live with no makeup, with my hair in a bun, with feeling like, okay, my skin was going through a really bad period of like breaking out a lot. I just did it feeling my least confident to just be like, okay, I did it when I felt my least confident. Now on days when I feel confident, I won't have a problem at all. And that's what happened. So I still feel like that. I feel like days where I don't feel confident, I now don't have a problem posting because I've overcome that. I'm just like, it's something's on my heart. It's got to get out there. If people want to miss the message because they don't think I'm cute, they don't think I'm pretty, they think my voice is annoying, they think, oh my gosh, she's from California, she says like every 5 seconds. Like whatever the reason is why they can't watch the video, it's not for them. It's for somebody else, right? Let's see. Yes, getting back to it since my or since my aunt passed. I'm so sorry for your loss, Samantha. And a passing will wake you up. A passing will definitely wake you up. I don't want to be on my deathbed haunted by the unrealized dreams and visions God meant for me. I am telling you right now, I have a grandfather that was a one-hit wonder. He got nominated for a Grammy, right? Is a Grammy. I was like, I don't know if it's a Golden Globe or a Grammy for the actresses and the musicians, but my grandfather got he was part of a group called the Free Movement, one hit wonder. There was so many things in his life that like held him back from really being able to like make it. Like it was just out of just out of like blowing up, right? I watched him pass away at 62 years old due to cancer. And then my grandmother was elite level. Like when I tell you like museum level artist, on my other channel, I'm actually learning right now how to sell her art. And some of the proceeds go toward dementia research. But anyways, that's kind of like just some things that I have in the works right now. But both my grandparents were like extremely like extraordinarily talented, but like it didn't get to like really go full blown birth in this life. It just like it just didn't happen. And I'm just like, you know what? At least I have the opportunity of time on my side at the moment, health on my side at the moment, and a passion for something on. So I'm just going to let God take over everything else. All the insecurities, all the overthinking, all the not feeling good enough, all the not up to par, not all the comparison, all of that. I do this feeling all those things, but I just continue to do it because I'm like, I can't be on, to your point, Samantha, my deathbed with like, well, you know, I had to wait for the perfect time. It doesn't exist. The perfect time doesn't exist. All these people that you see in Hollywood and all the greats and all that, they do things while they're feeling crazy. Like they're feeling not confident. They're feeling, you know, it's just it's not pretty. I'll say that. Like it's not a pretty sight. If you were to actually open up their bedroom, right? You really see the reality. Let me just kind of catch up on what you guys were saying. So sad. I don't want to be on my okay, let's see. Keep striving for greatness. You'll love the result. Yep. Love that wall color. Thank you. Let's see. Hi, Ciana. Love your channel. Thank you. Thank you for tapping in, Mike. Somebody was so annoyed. Somebody got on me. They were like, tap in. Oh my God. These influencers these days are so ridiculous. I'm like, people just, they will like hate you for the most random things. I'm like, because I say tap in. I like that. Tap in. That's just a California thing. I mean, I think it's an American kind of like current pop culture term, like tap in, like, you know, but this person went off on me in the comments. Hated that I said that. Like, tap in? What are you even talking about? You can't please everybody. So now I just have fun because I now actually understand that you really can't please everybody. You will offend somebody. You will get on somebody's nerves. You will be a filthy, gross, disgusting, an unintelligent person to somebody. It just is what it is. Ciana, push yourself. Get out of your comfort zone. Yep. Greetings from Porto Santo. Oh, I'm over here. Porto Santo. Is it Porto Santo, Europe? I just butchered that. In my Medea voice. Rip it. Yep. Let's see. Wow, that's deep and amazing. Thank you for that answer. That motivated me to not waste time and procrastinate. You're going to do great. You're going to do great. Your energy is perfect. Thank you so much. Welcome to the chat. Ken Kinsani. Yep, welcome to the chat, Kinsani. There's all these amazing names. I'm assuming from Africa. I'm not sure, but my aunt was an extremely talented and passionate artist. Wow. Oh, wow. This is your sign. That was a synchronicity. She couldn't stop making art. I can't let fear, perfectionism, others' opinions stop me. Yep. No perfect time. Yep. Speaking of that, or let's see, you look like Latoya Jackson, but natural and better. I appreciate it. Speaking of art, one of my favorite artists is Willard Wiggin. He sculpted miniature figures. Look it up. Ooh, I want to get more into art, like current art, modern art. Like that's like a there's so many museums in LA that I feel like I'm just like not taking advantage of the access to that. Sierra, nah, Ciana, yes. Let's see. Ciana, you make so much sense when you speak. I love listening to you speaking on fear. And it's something that like that's the key. That's the secret sauce. And the secret sauce has been sitting in front of us the whole time. It's nothing that's really like oh sorry, I just got like a message. It said violation, but I didn't make a violation. I just was like, wait, what? That's the secret sauce. Gosh, man, if I could go back in time. If I could go back in time, I would have done everything I wanted to do while I was scared. I thought you had to I thought you had to get over your fear and then you get to try. I thought you had to get over being scared and then you go for it. I thought you had to your point, get perfect and then you start. None of the greats did that. None of them. There might be one anomaly like a Chris Brown that came out the womb and just has this insane voice and this insane dancing ability. We're not talking about the Michael Jacksons, the Chris Browns, whoever else in that arena, right? They were born to literally born to do that. But we all have our Michael Jackson peak in our way, right? So some people were born with their gift already whole. Most of us have to grow into the gift. Everybody has a Michael Jackson level star inside of them. But most of us have to grow into it. Like we have to so you might not hit your peak till you're 70. Right? Like you might not hit your peak till you're 80. But like you were it's within you, right? And I think that we see the greats, or we see Instagram, we see, we have access to all this imagery, and we're like, we just, that's not us. Like we just weren't born to do that. No. No. That's not true. You just have to be willing to do it scared. Like Samantha said, it's like you have to be willing to just to be honest, I was like, okay, you know what? Like my hair is extra poofy today. I need to air dry it. And I was like, Sana, who cares? I was like, I kind of want it to be a little more, because I'm not doing the big chop. I'm doing the slow growth. So, you can see my actual curls are growing, this is how my hair naturally is. But then at the bottom, it's straight, right? This is the stuff that women think about, by the way. It's so sad, but see how it's straight piece or whatever. So I have to diffuse my hair to make sure I get the actual curl. Okay. And I was like, you know what? Let me wait an hour and wait till my hair dries a little bit more up in my clips. And I was just like, Ciana, who cares? Who cares that the ends of some of your hair is straight? If people don't want to listen to you, but this is the stuff that we think about. You know what I mean? Like, this is the stuff that we think about. Like, ooh, I just had a, like, right now I have a breakout. Put some makeup on it, keep going. 3, 4 years ago, I would not go live until like this was gone. And by the way, doing the reset, you do purge things out of your body. So like this is a sign, this is like a direct I don't know what it's called, but it happens. Like when you do like no sugar, when you're doing like a cleanse, it just comes out. So yeah, like before though, I would have been horrified saying that. Like that exact sentence I just said, I would have been horrified. I would have never been like, "Oh my gosh, like I have a breakout." You know what I mean? Or acne. Everybody has acne. And for some of us that don't, there's a version of that for them. Maybe they, I don't know, maybe they wear wigs and they're like, my wig, is not wigging today. Like the wig is not hitting today. Like I can't get on live. Who cares? Who cares? Oh, I see what you mean. I do the same thing sometimes. We're our own worst critics. Exactly. Me, it's been my weight the last few years. Yep. Mike, there's a beautiful woman who said that to me like 2 days ago. She was like, I literally have not started my channel because of my weight. And it's heartbreaking because I understand. Because you wanna be your best, and you are already your best. But then so you're already your best, but there's just things that we're also working on while we're also already our best, right? So we're a human being. Human beings go through hormonal changes. Human beings go through seasons of their life where they're like, it's going to make them look more weathered because in their personal life, they're going through things. There's going to be seasons where you just had a baby and you have this baby weight that's been very stubborn to get off. Like there's so many different things, but you're already made in God's image. Like the colorful beauty, interesting, intriguing thing about life is that we do kind of go through these things. It makes us interesting. If we all looked like perfect mannequin Barbie dolls all the time, that wouldn't be that interesting. It would get boring, to be honest. So I love that she was like, I'm gonna, I just started my channel and I went to her page. She's a very voluptuous woman. I didn't see that though. What I saw was her hair was like this beautiful red. Like you could tell it was like a natural red, and she had these piercing green eyes with the red hair, and she spoke so eloquently. That's what I looked at. Like, so for me, if I would have come across her page, like, I don't know, something about her thumbnail would have caught my attention and I came across her page, that's what I would have saw. I wouldn't have seen like her voluptuousness or whatever. Like, so it's like we are, like Patrick said, we just go way too hard on ourselves, right? Now that is the scary thing about being on the internet. The trolls do call out things you are insecure about. Once you get over that, it does sting at the beginning. Once you get over that, it's like you're unstoppable. You're unstoppable. So I feel like that is a secret sauce. I feel like they do stuff over and over when they're scared. All the greats or all the people that we see, they do stuff when they're feeling like not confident. And then you get confident because you keep doing the same thing over and over. True life story. My best friend of 18 years left me because of my weight. Oh my, your best friend? She actually told one of our children. It's sad where our society has come to, like with the weight. Okay, at first I was like, best friend, like literally your best friend, like you played baseball with or something. Like that's wild. I haven't heard of that one yet. Like a best friend, like leaving because you gained too much weight. But here's the thing I want to say about that. I think it's really, really unfortunate that our society has these like standards of like how people should look. And so when people go through seasons, like we're not willing to go through the season with them. Like to actually leave after having children together, after being married for some pounds, for some fat cells, like You know, fat cells, they expand and they shrink, you know, like they do this. That was a fixable issue. That's a fixable thing. Of course, if you felt like you wanted to fix it, right? You know, I've never been married, you know, by the grace of God, I'm trusting, having faith in God for my husband. I don't see why. And truly, like, I feel like if you married for the right reasons at the to begin with, I feel like that is such a fixable thing that it's ridiculous to leave somebody over. Like, if you went through a season of like, maybe, you know, work was getting too, which is interesting what I'm about to say, is because it kind of manifests into the physical. Like, work was, stress might have been getting too heavy. Life might have been getting too heavy. Being a new father might have been getting too heavy, right? Financial issues might have been getting too heavy, right? So we numb those feelings out with food, right? So on this channel, I am an advocate for losing weight because I think we're all about longevity and health and energy and all that. Unfortunately, most of the time when you are 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 pounds overweight, it is stealing from your life's potential, in my opinion. Okay, I think that, you know, most people would agree. Now, if you're healthy and you're not to society standards on the body weight, that's ridiculous. Throw that out of your head. But if you know you could be healthier, you know, I think that that's something to consider. Like, you go to the doctor, your levels are off, you know, your hormones are off, your thyroid is off because of your weight, then you want to do it for your health, right? For your longevity, to be there for your children. But I think when people gain weight, um, and that becomes an issue in a relationship, I do think that that's where communication comes in too. I think that people are hard, like they're scared to have like the real conversations of like, look, I'm not this now. What was the name of the person that said that? Mike. I'm not referring to you at this point. What I'm about to say from this point on, Mike. So just so you know, I'm not like making any assumptions about your relationship. But if it's like, look, I'm not attracted to you anymore because you've gained the weight. I was expecting us to kind of like live like this active, healthy lifestyle. I would love to figure out how we can um, get back to like that attraction for each other. It's attractive me, even if you try. You know what I'm saying? I think it's difficult for people to say that. You know, I was in a relationship when I gained 30 pounds. I was in a relationship. And the person I was with was like, "Yeah, you're gaining weight." Now, the funny thing is, for me, it was opposite. Like, they liked that I was gaining the weight, but um, you know, I kind of like lucked out, I guess, in that department from that standpoint. But like, I wasn't healthy. I was not healthy. So I think that that's something that can be changed. And if they left just because of that, I feel like it's a very high indicator of their true character. That was 6 years ago. I haven't had the confidence to even talk with another person. I am now working with a nutritionist. I'm eating in portions. I've lost 14 pounds. That's what I'm talking about. You're going to be so on fire and better than ever that they're going to see. It's like that could have been a conversation that the person said, "Hey, look, can we get with the nutritionist?" They probably aren't perfect either. No offense, but your ex-wife probably wasn't to standard either. And even if they were, it's like, okay, well, I'm at standard, whatever that is for people. Let's do this together as a team, right? As a husband and wife, like, we're one, right? So, but now you're about to run into your ex-wife, and then she's going to be looking at you and be like, "Are you kidding me? I really left this man because of some fat cells that can shrink?" Looking ridiculous, being stuck on, like, looking stupid. So, look, at this point, it is what it is. Continue to move forward, continue to be elite, continue on this path. You can be the healthiest, most vibrant, radiant human being you've ever been in your life. You can have the most energy you've ever had in your life and get an amazing partner that actually, and you know what I would also argue, Mike, you might want to start talking to people, because as you're on this journey, you're going to know that they love you for you, right? They're not going to love you just because you got fit all of a sudden. So while you're on this journey, I would even encourage you to just be confident, show up, radiate, you know, impress people with your personality, impress people. And you can also find outfits, Mike, and for anyone else that might be going through this, that actually flatter your body type at this state, during this season, that actually make you look really, really good. That actually might give you the confidence to like start dating again, or start, engaging and going to social activities or whatever. And while you're losing the weight, and you're just going to be unstoppable. I almost feel like too, God puts us in those positions where like we become, if we do things while we're insecure about something, once that insecurity kind of falls away, we're now unstoppable. So like with me, with my skin, I literally did not start a channel because I felt like my skin just like it was just, I was so insecure about it. And my weight at the time too. When I had gained 30 pounds, it was like my skin, my weight. I just was like, I was going through it. And then once I just ripped the Band-Aid off and did it anyway, now, like I know that every time I post a video, even when I don't feel like it, or even when I don't feel like going live, I get stronger in the self-esteem department. I get stronger in the self-confidence department because I did it while I was feeling low. You know what I mean? So in today's society, people can't handle corrective criticism. Yeah, it's true. Oh my God, I looked up and wasn't subscribed. Tap in, you gotta subscribe. FYI, I've made the decision to be fit and do anything active every day. Yep, literally keep that mindset. Force yourself to do. Yep, just walking is so powerful. People are so asleep on walking. I've watched you many times and have always respected you. Thank you, Ciana. Oh, no, I actually recognize your name, Mike Ferguson. Yep, thank you for being with the community for a long time. Stop, your gorgeous, Ciana, and I appreciate that. I'm feeling on the cuter side. Women go through that, right? Like some days you feel cute, sometimes you don't. Today I feel cute, I feel cute. But some days I get on live and I don't. I do not feel cute. But like there's something that like I've developed where I can just get in tune with that I'm speaking from my heart, and my heart is connected to God. And so I'm already good enough because I'm speaking from my heart, which is me really speaking from like God's lens, you know? So regardless of the shell or whatever I'm looking like for the day, it doesn't matter. It took me a long time to come to that realization though. I'm not gonna lie, I'm still growing in it. But I think once I got over that, you know, um, people might even comment and like think that the information is pretty. They think that the information is beautiful. They think the information is gorgeous because I'm speaking from my heart. Everything that is going on here like fell away because they're listening to the message. So I hope that all of you guys can, that's wanting to start your YouTube channel can tap into that as well. Great word, Ciana. Shout out to you, Mike. Yep. You're so wise. Feels like talking to a big sister. Soul grateful to find your channel and all this inspiration. I'm happy you're here, Samantha. Hi everyone. Like Dunn from Nigeria. Nigeria, that is so cool. I want to visit there one day. Praise God. Heart is connected to God. Felt that. Yep. Kids dying. Don't want to get flagged for reading that out loud. Not really sure what that's talking about. Okay. Praise God. That's right. You're beautiful, but your inner beauty does shine bright. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yes, Ciana. Wisdom, Samantha. Shout out to you again. Yeah, it's I think that's where, unfortunately, man, that video that's still trending on my page right now, I just know society has done a number on all of us because it's like oh, I've been so insecure. I mean, thousands of comments at this point, thousands and counting still this morning, thousands of comments on my viral video right now. And I just sit back and I'm like, what happened? Like, we are all like traumatized from feeling like we have to be perfect. But like, to be honest, 20 years ago, that didn't really exist. In my world in California, like, because we didn't have to the only people we compared ourselves to was like our immediate human beings, right? It was like just our family, just our coworkers, just my dance team at the time. So like that was kind of it. And then when you're around people, you see people's flaws, so then you kind of realize, okay, none of us are perfect, right? But on the internet, we're just constantly seeing perfect images, perfect videos, perfect videography, like perfect edited cinematography, right? And we're just like, whoa, we can't compete. We're never going to be able to compete with that, to be honest. The Mr. Beast, Hollywood movies, like the budgets are too big, right? All these people have teams. They have makeup artists, they have hair artists or whatever, hair artists. What is it? Hairstylists. They have clothing, they have fashion stylists, they have production teams, a lighting team. They have, I mean, everything that you can think of, they have that. Why would we even try to compete? But the only thing people can't compete with is your stories. Like, your life stories are so rich and full of like just value. No one can compete with that. And so, and you know what I kind of think too? Like, how everybody kind of has their place in the world? Like, there's people that are meant to be doctors. There's people that are meant to be a police officer. There's people that are meant to be firefighters. There's people that are, and you can tell too, like when they're walking in their purpose by being a nurse, or they're walking in their purpose by being a financial advisor. Like there's just something special about the way that they do it. Now you can tell some people hate their job, right? But then some people, they're really bored. Like they're living their purpose through that medium of like being a doctor or a lawyer or a financial advisor or an accountant. I feel like in this YouTube ecosystem, I feel like there's different lanes. Like not everybody has to be that amazing big podcaster with the beautifully edited studio. Like I feel like those people are meant for that. Not everybody has to be a comedian channel. Not everybody has to be like a travel channel. Like I feel like there is room for all styles, right? What was the question? Did you study psychology? No. I actually told myself if I would have had a little bit more guidance, I should have actually gotten my college degree in psychology rather than business marketing. Even though in marketing there is psychology in that, because there's psychology in like trying to get people to like convince people to buy something, or how people perceive things. But yeah, I think I should have actually, I would have benefited a little bit more, I think, from psychology. But the good thing is that we have the internet, we have ChatGPT, we have books. So I still get to benefit from the information, having access to the information. So yeah. But I really feel like there's a lane for everybody. Like there's a lane for us that want to maybe just do more natural content. And then like, even for me, I have a spectrum, right? So there's people that I listen to and I watch. I know when I watch them, they're going to be in their car, they're going to be fumbling around, the lighting's not going to be good, but their information is so good. Like Tony Gaskins is one of my favorite content creators, and he don't do no editing. He barely does thumbnails, like, but his information he's a life coach. He's really, really good. Now, there's other podcasts that I do need that quality there, right? Like a Myron Golden, or like a I don't want to start shouting out people right at this moment because I want to watch them for a little longer just to make sure, like, I want to put my name of approval on, like, yeah, I like that person. So anyone that I shout out is because I really like them. But there is a lane for the quality, right? Like the viewership experience. We need that viewership experience sometimes. But then sometimes we don't, right? So I feel like there's a lane for all of us. To reach people, you have to use the right words. Thank you for the compliment. Tony Gaston, yep. Peace to everyone on this live. I appreciate you, Ciana, for creating this space. Yeah. It's just, and this is the thing. It's like, I love that you said that because that's exactly what we're doing over here. It's like, this is a space for all of us to kind of regroup and be like, look, like what's working for you, what's not working. And then if you want to grow and be a beautiful high studio podcast channel, I love that for you. You know, or a beautifully edited beauty channel. I love that. Like we do need that. Like if every video was like this, YouTube would be boring. YouTube would really be boring, you know? So it is nice that we can tap in with like a live, not like where someone's like literally in a blanket, having some tea, right? Like talking about like real topics, right? And then you could scroll out and then go to like a beautifully edited high definition studio type of content. Like it's cool that we get to like flow through differences, you know? It kind of gives us a break from like just the edited or like just the raw and authentic. It's like it's nice to have it all. General psychology, not sales psychology. Okay, yeah. I know. I should have actually. That would have been I think I would have been more fascinated and more interested. I wouldn't have been in so much torture in some of my classes. Like some of those finance classes, I'm just like, I don't remember one thing from finance. Everything I know about finance now is from me doing my own research now. But yeah, when I got my business marketing degree, we had to take everything. So we had to do like accounting, we had to do kind of like behavioral science, like behind marketing. We had to do management, we had to do finance, different versions of finance. We had to do it all. So that was kind of cool to get a experience of all of it. But I think just psychology, I think it would have been cool to like hone in on like one, like become an expert in one area like that. But I hear a baby. That's my time. Night, Ciana. Chat blessings. Okay. Good night in Tanzania. It's so cool. So let's see. Ooh, has this been like one of the longer? Let me see. I think I've been on live for 2 hours straight one time. Wait, have I been on live for 2 hours? So I think this is the longest stream. I think this is, no. This is one of the longer ones for sure. So, I mean, it is like, I have to really check in. I think, okay, you're right, Patrick. I think maybe I have done a solid 3 hour one time. Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's. Getting ready for Love Day, for Love Month, which I hope everybody remembers, whether you have a spouse or not. Treat yourself. Take your mom out, right? I'll probably take my mom out for Valentine's Day. You know, link up with your friends. I think that they have the Galentine's Days, and then they also have, is there a guy version? I don't know if there's a guy version of that, but I was going to say Bromance Day. So I think what I'm going to do is download all these videos, which I need to do anyway, so it is what it is. And listen to a podcast. I was thinking about going live, but no, I want to go live and be able to really like answer your questions. I don't want you guys just staring at me on a live. So, oh yeah, like I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Like me and my mom are best friends. So that's always a win. I think for my birthday this year, that's actually what I'm doing. I'm taking my mom to dinner. So I want to find a really nice restaurant. I think I either might do a restaurant at a rooftop, or it'll be a sunset dinner. I love watching the sunset during dinner on the beach. But it's so interesting because of the fires. It's like I usually go to like Malibu or something like that, but because of the fires, Like, I don't think I'll be, I don't know, maybe I'll drive even further and find a restaurant. I'm not sure yet, but I think I'm actually, that's what I'm doing for my birthday. I'm going to take my mom out to dinner for my birthday. Let's see. From Kenya? Wow. I've been enjoying the conversation. Thank you. McKenna? I like that name, McKenna. I'm stepping out. It's 30 minutes to the closing bell. Okay. Thanks for tapping in. Sounds romantic. Welcome. Yes, we enjoy the content, but the side effects of the channel are limitless. Oh, Patrick, thank you. So I think I'm going to do that, guys. I think I'm going to get some lunch, make some lunch, just make a quick salad with some chickpeas, saute them up, have some tea, and just download and pause on the other stuff that I wanted to do today. For the next 2 days, I don't know what's going to happen. So I want to make sure I feel confident, because that would just, you guys, that would be so sad. I have content with my grandma. So this is some of the content. I have hundreds and hundreds of videos with my grandma of me sharing my journey with her. And so all this content I have to download. I'm like maybe 15% of the way. Where is it? I'm about 15% of the way. And what's going on here? Hold on. So see all this content right here. So I've started downloading, but all this content. I have it set up. I have all these like security things that I have to do. And for some reason okay, there we go. Try not to hit the screen. So this is all my content, or not all, 15% of all this content of me caring for my grandmother. I was showing the real, raw, and uncut. I'm very protective of this content. I really only share it with people that are going through it or really need the information. So I don't want to lose this content on TikTok. So I'm going to be downloading like hundreds and hundreds of videos. Let's see. I never knew you could pronounce my name so well. McKenna. Yeah, I feel like I might have met someone in college a long time ago with that name. Let's see. Dick Gregory got me into the plant-based lifestyle, and I used to talk to Dr. Sebi's grandson until he got famous and stopped accepting my Cash App payments. Next 6 months, you're going to get so many views. I've seen this before. Hey, we're ready over. You already know how we get down, Patrick. We're ready. We are ready. We're ready for exposure. I think God is like, okay, Ciana, you put in the work, you put in the, you've proven yourself. You're ready to have more exposure to make even more impact, but you're already making a big enough impact with who you've been connected with. But like I can feel it. I can feel that God's like, okay, exposure. It's like you're at the next level of like being able to handle more ways and more people to actually make an impact. Because I don't take this lightly, you guys. Like, it's a big deal. Like, people will really listen to something you say and really do it. And if you're steering people in the wrong direction, that's shame on you. So I'm like, I don't want to steer nobody in the wrong direction. So let me practice, let me connect, like really connect before I do get to like a more exposed, bigger audience, because it's a big deal. Like, if you want to help people self-develop, especially with the wellness, nutrition, fitness, you got to make sure you know what you're doing. Let's see. Your grandmother lives with you? No, she passed away. She lives with me in my heart. She passed away 3 years ago now. Let's see. Powerful speaker. He loves you. Started my jewelry business after I found him and was getting customers locally. Within 7 days, I went all in, or I went all out. Uh, we might be merciful. Yes, Ciana, been a moderator to others before. It's going to happen. Okay. Thank you, Patrick. Thank you for your wisdom. Who's him? Dick Gregory. I don't think I know who Dick Gregory is either. Thank you so much. Askin or Axin. Axin, thank you so much. Or I'm sorry, YMC Dubs, thank you so much. And welcome, Axin. Dubs, yes, role model for sure. Elevation is imminent if you have an open mind. Yep, very true. All right. My stomach's starting to growl. I'm going to go ahead and go. I appreciate all of you guys. If you want to tap in with my ebook guide, it's right here, linked down below. It'll also be in the description. My free download, Get With The Reset. Get With The Reset. You're going to feel so good after you're done. We're still doing it all month. It's a free download. Tap in with it down here. All right. And I hope you guys all have a beautiful day. Thanks for spending time with me. This is a good, nice chunk of time. I know I haven't been on the last couple days. So I want to get in some good time with you guys. But have a beautiful rest of your day, rest of your weekend. I might be on tomorrow. Who knows? The next live, you got to be subscribed. And I'm not saying that as a way to get you to subscribe. It's just literally because I never schedule my lives. I tried to do that. It's just not how I operate. So make sure you have the bell notification on. Make sure you subscribe so that way you do catch me live. I usually go live daily. Lately, it's been like every other day, but that's just the truth. So, all right. Have a beautiful rest of your day, guys. Bye.